I don't know if you have noticed, but I've been posting several videos for you to get to know more about our national ID, our Ephil ID, and of course our Phil ID. And hopefully, may mga natutunan kayo. But just in case you missed my videos, I've compiled all of them in one video, that is this one. So check this out.
Dineliver na yung ID ko ng PhilSys, pero papilang. Hindi ko yata makukuha yung Phil ID ko. Na-deliver na rin ba ng PhilSys ang ID mo, pero papilang? Ibig sabihin ba nito, hindi mo na matatanggap ang Phil ID mo? Mali ka dyan. Siyempre, basta't registered ka sa PhilSys, 100% sure ako na i-deliver pa rin sa'yo ang Phil ID mo kahit natanggap mo na ang ePhil ID mo. Sa mga hindi pa nakakaalam dyan, ePhil ID ang tawag sa papel na ID na natanggap ninyo. Downloadable ito at pwede mong isave sa smartphone mo. And yes, hindi yan temporary ID dahil same ang function and validity nito sa physical card na Phil ID. Tinatanggap yan kahit saan as valid proof of identity. Para sa kaalaman ng lahat, for every registered person sa PhilSys, there is a Phil ID allocated. Ibig sabihin nito, ang bawat rehistradong Pilipino sa PhilSys ay makakatanggap pa rin ng Phil ID kahit na nakatanggap ka na ng ePhil ID. Kaya, relax lang kayo, okay? Huwag rin kayong mag-alala dahil ang PSA at ang mga partners nito ay continuous ang efforts para mas mapabilis ang printing at delivery ng mga Phil ID. Kaya ano pang hinihintay nyo? Tara, register na! This is Jazper Tiongson, Jazz Sharing, something useful for you. And I Hindi ko naman magagamit ng ePhil ID. Hindi naman valid ID yan eh. ePhil ID mula sa PSA, valid ID nga ba? Ito nga pala ulit si Jazper. Tara, sabayin nating alamin kung valid ID nga ba ang ePhil ID. Ito ayon mismo sa PSA, ang ePhil ID ay isang official government-issued ID na pwedeng magamit sa lahat ng personal mong transaction na nangangailangan ng proof of identity at age. Sa katunayan yan, tinatanggap ito sa mga government offices, financial institutions tulad ng mga bangko at mga private establishments. Ito pa nga, ang kahit na sino o kahit na anong institusyon o ahensya na hindi tatanggapin ang ePhil ID without just and sufficient cause ay posibleng magkaroon ng penalties ayon sa Section 19 of RA number 11055 o the Philippine Identification System Act. Kaya kung hindi ito tanggapin, maaari nyo itong i-report dito. Share ko na rin sa inyo yung mga government agencies na 100% na tumatanggap ng ePhil ID. Kabilang dito ang Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas, Department of Foreign Affairs, ang Department of Social Work and Development, Department of Finance, Government Service Insurance System, Philippine Health Insurance Corporation, National Privacy Commission, the Land Transportation Office, Social Security System, at marami pang iba. Ito ulit si Jazper Tiongson para sa makabagong Pilipinas. Jazz Sharing, something useful for you. Sino ang pipiliin ko? Uy, kailangan ba talaga mamili? Klaruhin natin yan. Ano ba ang pagkakapareho at pagkakaiba ng Phil ID at ePhil ID? Ang Phil ID ay ang physical, tangible, colored, and beautifully printed card mo. Kumbaga parang kasing ganda siya ng driver's license mo. Maliit, matibay, at kasya sa bulsa. Yan. Ang ePhil ID naman ay may two versions. Ito ay ang digital at ang printed version. Ito ay ini-issue ng PSA para agaran mo ng mata-masa ang benepisyo ng pagiging PhilSys registered mo. Yung digital downloadable version ay makukuha mo na kapag nakatanggap ka na ng SMS notification mula sa PSA. Pero pwede mo i-check yan dito kung available na ba ang ePhil ID mo. Kailangan mo lang ang transaction reference number mo na nasa transaction slip mo that you receive after step 2 of your registration. Yung printed version naman, piniprint at binibigay ng PSA via the PhilSys registration centers. Ang Phil ID at ePhil ID ay parehong valid government-issued IDs na pwede mong magamit as proof of identity and age that can be used in all government and private establishments. Pareho silang may unique digital signature mo in QR code form na magagamit mo for authentication. At ito pa, pareho silang libre. Ang kaibahan lang kumbaga ay ang form. Nag-register ka na ba? G na! Para may Phil ID o ePhil ID ka na rin. Ito ulit si Jazper Tiongson, Jazz Sharing, something useful for you. Tara na, maglibot na tayo sa Baguio. Let's go! Let's go!
Never enough, never, never. Pero ang Ephil ID, enough as it is, forever. Ang Ephil ID na issued by PSA ay valid at enough as your proof of identity. Nasanay kasi tayo na merong nahahawakang plastic na ID. Pero promise, ang Ephil ID, mapa digital downloaded version o printed out, ay enough to be your legitimate government-issued ID na pwede mong magamit as proof of identity and age and that you can use in government and private establishments. Pwede mo rin ipalaminate yung printed version para hindi madaling maluhot. Ang gusto lang ng PSA ay maggamit mo na agad ito for your transactions. Siyempre, pagdating ng panahon, darating din ang Phil ID mo. Pero pinapaalala ko sa iyo, ang e-Phil ID mo ay enough as it is na kahit pumatanggap mo ng Phil ID mo, ay pwede mo pa rin magamit. Give it a go! Go to this site para malaman ang pinakamalapit na registration center sa iyo. Again, this is Jazper Tiongson, jazsharing something useful for you. Ang sarap talaga ng bakasyon namin dito sa Baguio. Tara, lagi tayo ulit. Isa pa!
Registered ka na sa PhilSys, may PSN na noy Hoy pwede ka nang mag-avail. Ephil ID, oo, avail. Ephil ID, I got a feeling. Chika na kumuha ang Ephil ID. Listen ka to get your Ephil ID. Chika na kumuha Ephil ID.
Option 1, ito. Go to this site. Pag eligible ka na, book an appointment and claim it kung saan ka nag-register with this slip. Option 2 naman, SMS yan from PSA. Follow instructions to download. Ang dali! Sabi sa'yo, di ba? Kaya register ka na dahil ID natin to. Ito ulit si Jazper Tiongson, Jazz sharing something useful for you.
Auto na shopping spree pero hindi ka pa rin nag-register sa PhilSys? Don't worry, pwede mo rin siyang isabay sa pag-shopping mo. If you go to the website on screen, you'll find out na marami tayong mga registration centers all over the Philippines. Say for example, ako, taga-Pasig ako, so dito na rin ako nag-apply. So after, nag-shopping na rin ako. Just visit this site para malaman na ang registration center na malapit sa'yo. Magpunta sa napiling registration center at huwag kalimutang dalhin ang mga supporting documents sa registration center and have your biometric info captured there. Kapag tapos ka na magparehistro, ibibigay sa iyo ang transaction slip at make sure to keep it dahil kailangan ito upon delivery of your Phil ID. Pwede mo na rin makuha ang iyong ePhil ID after you register. Like Phil ID, magagamit mo na ito agad sa kahit anong transactions. Oh, eto na yon. Ihanda ang transaction slip at any valid ID to claim your Phil ID when delivered to you via PhilPost. Isabay mo na sa next shopping day mo ang pagrehistro sa PhilSys. Again, this is Jazper Tiongson, Jazz sharing something useful for you. Uy, congrats sa'yo! Sure na ma-achieve mo na ang taon-taon mong resolution na be more responsible this year. Naks! Nung pumasok ang 2024, talagang nagbagong buhay Pwede ring dagdagan natin yan ng bagong ID. Yes, it's time para magparehistro sa PhilSys. Sabi natin, responsible na tayo this year. So, isama na natin to sa resolutions natin. Madali lang namang gawin. Again, your Phil ID is a valid proof of identity that can be used to transact with the government and the private sectors. You can get it by registering to PhilSys. It will enable the Philippines to move away from inefficient and expensive physical documents, processes, and credentials through the use of digital equivalents. Hindi na kailangan magbayad kada kuha ng documents to support your identity. In the future, mas magagamit pa natin ito dahil sa ongoing government talks with relying partners. Exciting, di ba? Again, this is Jazper Tiongson, Jazz sharing something useful for you. Hello! Andito tayo ngayon sa Estancia Mall to visit one of the many PhilSys registration centers to give you a registration walkthrough. So, kapag nakapili ka na ng registration center sa PhilSys website, pwede mo na itong puntahan agad dahil walk-in lang naman dito at no need na for appointment. Alright, it's my turn. Ako, tanungin natin si Sir Sonny kung ano-ano nga ba ang mga supporting documents na kailangan kapag nagpa-register with PhilSys, Sir Sonny.
Number 1, PSA issued certificate live birth or class 1 government identification document with full name, photo, and signature for thumb mark.
Ako, kung wala kayo yan, hindi ko na lang alam. Yan, di ba? Napakabait ng mga kasama natin dito from the registration center sa Estancia. Kaya bisitahin nyo na sila sometimes soon. No hassle talaga at mabilis. After registration kay PhilSys, si PhilPost na ang bahala sa pagde-deliver ng PhilID mo. Check out my other videos or go to their website for more info. Once again, this is Jazper Tiongson, Jazz sharing something useful for you.
Do you remember when I told you that your Ephilid and Philid are valid identification para sa lahat ng Pilipino para sa private and public transactions? Well, nasubukan ko na siya and it's a success. Tried and tested ko na, fam. One time, I had a big withdrawal from one of my banks. Siyempre, nag-ask ng valid ID si teller. Inabot ko ang PhilID. Naghihintay ako na tanungin ng teller for another valid government ID or something, pero no! Wala na po siyang hinanap. Success po! Nakapag-withdraw na po ako ng sandamakmak na salapi. Joke lang, sakto lang. Again, pwede mo na siya magamit din for government transactions like sa GSIS, SSS, PhilHealth, and HDMF. Pwede rin for passports and driver's license applications and tax-related transactions. Pwede as proof of identity for admission to any government hospital, health center, and other related institutions. And just as experience, pwede for bank transactions. Meron ka na rin bang PhilID success story mo? O, pang-share mo naman. Ito ulit si Jazper Tiongson, Jazz sharing something useful for you. May Ephilid or PhilID ka na ba? Again, Ephilid or PhilID are both valid proof of identity that can be used to transact with the government and the private sector. You can get them when you successfully register to PhilSys. Let's jazz ask our folks right here in BGC to know if meron na ba sila nito. Ayan, ate, ano pangalan mo?
Amanda.
Ate Amanda, meron ka na bang PhilID or Ephilid?
Yes po.
Ooh. Alright, hi, what's your name?
Caitlin po.
Caitlin, ito ba yung merong Ephilid or PhilID na?
Yes, meron.
Wow! Irene, meron ka na bang PhilID or Ephilid?
Yes po, meron ako.
Wow! Ganun. How about you? Ito na si Jem. Meron na?
Yes, ayun.
And what are your names?
May po.
May and
Kate po.
Kate, okay, May Kate, meron na ba kayong national ID, yung PhilID or Ephilid?
Yes po.
How about you?
Yes po.
Right. Very right. What's your name?
Kayla po.
Kyla, do you already have a PhilID or Ephilid?
Wala po.
Hello, good afternoon.
Pwede ko ba yung tanungin kung meron ka ng PhilID or Ephilid, yung national ID natin?
Meron na po.
Meron na. Good job. What's your name?
Krisha.
Si Christian, magaling. How about si Kuya? What is your name, Kuya?
Andrew,
Andrew, ikaw ba may PhilID or Ephilid na?
matagal na.
Wow! Hello, ma'am. Good afternoon. Pwede ko ba kayong tanungin quickly if you already have a PhilID or an Ephilid?
No.
Wala pa yung national ID? Ayan, tanungin natin. Hi, good afternoon. Ito, tanungin ko lang kayo kung meron na ba kayong PhilID or Ephilid? Yung national ID natin. Yes, and?
Yes.
Yes, and you are?
Priscilla.
And?
Liza.
Hello, good afternoon. Meron akong quick question. Meron na ba kayong PhilID or Ephilid yung national ID natin?
Opo.
Wow, congrats. How about you? Meron. Ano mga pangalan nyo?
Robin po.
And?
Mary Rose po.
Maraming salamat. Great job. Already have a Phil ID or an Ephil ID?
Meron.
Meron na. What's your name?
Jericho po.
Jericho, great job. Congratulations. Tawagin na rin natin yung kaibigan mo. Hello, ano po pangalan niyo, sir?
Jeff po, Jeff.
Jeff, ikaw, meron ka na bang Phil ID or Ephil ID?
Wala po.
Wala pa. Turuan mo, Jericho. Thank you so much, guys. Sir, meron akong quick question. Meron ka na bang Phil ID or Ephil ID?
Philippine ID?
Oo, yung national ID
Ayan.
natin.
Yes.
Oh, what's your name?
Brian.
Hi, good afternoon. I have a quick question lang. Do you already have a Phil ID or Ephil ID?
Yes.
Woo, good job. Kung pwede ko ba kayong tanongin lahat? Tatanong ko lang kung meron kayong PhilSys, yung ano natin, yung Ephil ID at saka Phil ID. Meron na ba?
Yes.
Meron na. How about you?
Yeah, meron na.
How about you?
Hindi pa dumarating.
Eto ba?
Meron na po.
How about you?
Meron na po.
And finally, sir, meron na bang Phil ID or Ephil ID?
Wala pa.
Do you already have a Phil ID or Ephil ID, the national ID?
Yes.
Yes, and?
Yes.
And what are your names?
Kim.
Kim, and?
Jasmine.
Thank you so much. O ayan, marami na ang nakareceive ng Ephil ID or Phil ID nila. Kaya yung mga wala pa dyan, don't worry, si Phil po ang bahala sa ID ninyo after ninyo mag-register sa PhilSys. Check nyo na rin kung pwede nyo makuha ang Ephil ID ninyo. Don't miss out and get one for yourself already. Check here for the registration center near you. Kuha na dahil ID natin to. Legit ka ba? Sa gitna ng lahat ng fake news, at least matcha-check natin if authentic ba ang Phil ID or Ephil ID ng isang tao. Paano? Via PhilSys Check, syempre. Just go to verify.philsys.gov.ph, click on the Scan with Camera or Scan with QR Scanner button. If verification is successful, the following information will be shown. Phil ID or Ephil ID has been verified along with the personal details of the Phil ID or Ephil ID holder. If unsuccessful, a warning pop-up message, deactivated card or QR code could not be read will be displayed. Sobrang helpful ito para sa mga business owners, entrepreneurs, and even sa mga freelancers because all of us would love to work with real people. No to identity fraud, folks. Kaya para sigurado, i-PhilSys check mo.
Yes!
This is Jazper Tiongson, Jazz sharing something useful for you. Ano ang mga pag-aari mo in 10 seconds? Timer starts now. Sabay tayo. O time, family, friends, condo, kotse, cellphone, pera, career, investments, faith, talent, pasensya. Oops, I forgot. Identity. Big word, pero equally important. And as Pinoy, it's possible to own it through PhilSys. Pag nandito ka, kumbaga sa social media, verified ka. When you register, you get your PhilSys number that is a unique 12-digit permanent identification number assigned to every registered person. Later on, you'll get your Ephil ID or Phil ID that is safe, may serve as a valid proof of identity, allow access to government services, and enable financial access to everyone. It is safe, free, and open for every Filipino citizen just like you. So, angkinin mo na ang iyong identity and register to PhilSys dahil ID natin to. This is Jazper Tiongson, Jazz Sharing, something useful for you. O ayan ha, sana marami kayong natutunan at syempre, hopefully, meron ka ng national ID. Okay? Gamitin ang Ephil ID at Phil ID mo. Okay? Dahil ID natin to. Once again, my name is Jazper Tiongson, Jazz Sharing, something useful for you.